obey. When you look at everything that is happening in the world as the soldiers, do you think, like majority of the good Christians think, that this world, of course it is true that it is a passage. We are just passing through the world because we have an ultimate goal, the end. And we know that the end justifies the means, as you were told. But we have always believed that the means justifies the end, because whatever that you are doing in this world is what will justify where you are going to be in eternity, in the end of life. If you live a sinful life and engage in wickedness and evil, you already know you are going to hell. Because all those things you are doing in this world will end you and take you to hell or heaven. So if it's going to take you to hell or heaven, so the means justifies the ends, not that the end justifies the means as the world believes. So if the means justifies the end, which means that the world that you are in right now, the life that you are living, your reality, things that you go on day by day, things that you think every second and every minute, the word that comes out of your mouth, the actions that you take is what will justify what your future, your eternal life will be, what your salvation. But is that just that? Because we know also that is not the truth. Because no, it's not about the things and the work that you have done, but it's also about God choosing you, about God saving you, about you receiving the grace that comes through Christ, about you receiving Christ. So it's, the both of them are all working together. One is no different or single-handed, exclusive of the other. They are all inclusive. They all work together. They are part of the things that will take you to the end. The gift of the grace, the gift of the faith, the gift of salvation works along with the work and the word and your thoughts that you engage in the world. So why is this significant? We have had a message when we spoke about the revelation from God about people who are silent in the midst of wickedness and evil, people who partake in them, people who feel nonchalant because they are not affected, people who say that bad is good and good is bad, people that engage in all the things the Lord say no, you don't engage in. So in today we talk about something that is very important, because it begins from this world and where you live as the soldiers. Because there has been this talk and this discussion going on even here in America about the role that you have in the vote that you cast in the choice of who leads you. Because oftentimes people, when things bad happen, when things are not going right in your life, you blame God and you go to God in prayers. And then if it doesn't seem that to go your way, you blame God, or you blame devil, or you blame your neighbor or somebody else. People most of the time do not blame themselves. But they are part of the problem that they are having. They are part of their own suffering. They have the instrumentality of their own punishment and pain and suffering. And this comes to me bringing to you in the choice of your leadership and those that lead you. For you to understand that your choice that you make in the people that you choose to lead you plays a majority part in the pain and the suffering that you have. For if God has already blessed you, for he had already made that promise to bless you, and he had kept that promise in blessing you. But your thoughts and your words and your actions leads you away from the blessings of God. We know this in the book of 2 Peter in chapter 1 from verse 3 to 4. He's already blessed you. God has already given you everything that you need. Just like if He has said that this is yours. If this is yours, but this is here. You are listening to me sometime later in the podcast, for example, or you stumble into this message, but you heard your name and said that your name is written on this. For this is a gift to you from the Lord. You still need to find out, where am I? Where is this place? Where is it? And you need to be able to take a step and go to the place where such a gift like this beautiful stand is, in order for you to receive it. Because it's a gift. It's not something you have made of your own hand that is there with you. It's a gift to you. So also is a free will is a gift to you. That God has given you a free will. And in giving you a free will, He allows you to make choices in life, to decide on where you go and where you do and what you do. And part of that natural gift of free will also are the gifts and natural gifts from God that have blessed you and has given you an authority and a chance to choose your leadership. From the days, as we are made to understand, so as it was for the Hebrew, and so it is also for all the other nations of the world. That even though Hebrew is used, the Hebrew people are used to give us as an example for us to see. For we know that the same thing applies to the rest of the world. For even the Hebrew people had to look at other nations in order for them to say, God, we don't want you to be our leader anymore. As you will say in the book of 1 Samuel in chapter 8 that we are going to read in a minute, shortly, so that you can see that that choice is made an expression of your free will. The freedom and the liberty. And the freedom and liberty is also a gift from God. And so are all the rights. Some of them has been enshrined in the Bill of Rights. For example, here in America, in the civil rights. This is in addition to the free will, which you have the power and the authority of your own self to exercise, and upon which the judgment of God